Hello there, YouTube. Welcome to it's a beautiful morning, but there's quite a bit of clouds out. The forecast is mostly sunny. Yesterday, Vancouver was in the, I think it was the mid-90s. And today, mid-70s. This is more normal weather. It was 60 when I left the house. Spider showing 60. But so this feels quite cool compared to what it's been. Although the mornings yesterday was 59, so about on par. So, but anyway, one of the reasons I came on is there's a possibility. I'm going to discuss numbers today, but there's a possibility there may be a new motorcycle in the corral at the smokehouse. It's been, good Lord, it's probably been 3, maybe even 4 weeks ago. A super nice guy. I just say his name is Dennis. Really cool guy. I talked to him quite a bit before the transaction even went down. And this is before I even seen the bike he was trading in. But he traded in all I knew was it was an Electra glide. Trading it in on a 2015 Spider RT Limited. And anyway, the thing rolls back and I'm like, what the hell? And it's not only is it a Electra glide, but it's the Ultra Limited. It is the top tier touring Harley. I mean, this thing's got every bell and whistle. It's one of the Project Rushmore bikes. It's the twin-cooled engine. Although looking at it, you got to look to find a radiator hose and to find where the radiators and the fans are. You got to look through little holes in the little side pockets there. But looking at the motor, you would never. I don't know how many sales guys and different people I says, you know, this thing's liquid cooled. No, it's not. I said, oh yeah, it is. And then I show them, and they go, hot damn. But it's not fully liquid cooled. It's cooling the exhaust area of the bike. And you know, a lot of that has to do with rider comfort. So anyway, I just think this thing's gorgeous. You want to see what it looks like. For whatever reason, there's not a good picture of it in the 2014 lineup, because they still show the 14s on Harley's website. But look at the Electra Glide Ultra Limited for 2015, and it literally shows that bike plain as day. It's this like two-tone maroon. Oh, come on. I should have just went. Anyway, it's a two-tone maroon, just beautiful. And the picture, I'm telling you right now, because I was showing Kelly the thing last night, and the picture does it absolutely no justice whatsoever. This thing is way better looking than it looks in the picture. Why do they do that? I've never understood that. Let me take your pictures of your motorcycles. They take the worst possible pictures in my eyes. It's like way too much fill light. The angles look funky. They just don't. They look bad in the pictures. The shape of the fenders and the way the wheel looks in the fender. I'm like, geez, it looks like a cat could crawl underneath the front fender of this thing. It just looks all out of proportion. They in no way look this way in real life. But anyway, I thought the thing was pretty, and I figured, you know, this thing's like crazy expensive, and it may still be, if they may be over what it's worth, because I go through my credit union to buy things, and you know, typical credit union, they'll only loan you 80%, and depending on what they got this thing for, based on its value, or what they'll sell it to me for, I guess in California you guys do lane travel, huh? Just stick in the fast lane and keep going. But anyway, that person from California does anyway. Look at everybody going around her. She's driving down the road like she's in the slow lane. She's not even going the speed limit. But anyway, so I looked at it, I was really impressed with all the bells and whistles and that big, what do they call it, infotainment dash, little touch screen and nav, and I mean, it's got every bell and whistle you can think of going on this thing. I mean, really, really impressive. I mean, everything about this thing is just absolutely top notch. So the guy had a reverse kit on it. I forget who the maker was, but the way this thing's put on, I don't know, you can get the Loctite and the torque that's used to install this thing. Even if I had the special tool for installing it, I'm not sure I can get this thing back off. So anyway, there was, and it has a different clutch push rod because it's longer, because it adds, roughly an inch to the transmission on the right hand side where it's attached. And so anyway, the push rod's longer, the nuts for the end of the transmission are gone, now it has gears on it. And the small gear on the reverse kit, once it's tightened to torque, you auger out these holes which are cutting into the tranny shaft, and whoever the yahoo was that did this did not cover everything up, so there's literally metal just, I mean, you wouldn't believe the metal in this transmission. If you look at the instructions for installing this reverse kit, it's very clear how you cover everything up. Well, whoever this yahoo was doesn't mind metal going through bearings and stuff. So this transmission may very well be compromised already. The bike only has 1,100 miles on it, and I'm telling you, all that metal came from that guy augering out these 3 holes that basically set that small gear in place and keeps it from spinning on the shaft. So anyway, one of the other things that the guy wanted was his XM radio. He wanted the XM radio kit, from what I was told, to put it on a Spider. Well, it's a Delphi radio system. Well, the XM radio is a module. There's a plate you take off the radio, and this module slides in and clicks in. It's like putting a hard drive in a laptop. And of course the antenna comes up and it sits on the frame. It's got this little magnetic cut. Really cool, actually. Top notch. Anyway, the way the front of the fairing goes off to get to the radio area up there is, I haven't taken one of these newer ones so far. I don't know how long, if this is new for the Project Rushmore, which I think it is. Oh man, that thing comes off so nice. It is so nice. There's what is there? There's seven screws. They're all Torx, which is fantastic. No more of these damn, Phillips screws, and you gotta take the headlight out first and all this other crap. The headlight's a HID. It's one of those they call them something, daylight or day night or something like that. They got some fancy name for these super high powered HID, and it's a mixture of HID and LID lights in the headlight, and the running lights are made out of the same stuff. Really bright. I've never seen headlights so bright on a motorcycle. So anyway, I take this thing apart to get the XM radio module, which, I called the guy. Says, you realize this is not going on. This only fits the ultras, the two ultras and the trike. I think it fits something else too, but it's only 1415. It's all brand new and only fits these new systems. No way in any realm of reality is this thing ever going to go on that Spider. Never going on. So I'm asking the idea, do you really want this thing, or what are you going to do with it? It's a you can buy this thing off of Amazon and eBay for $300. It's like, really, you want to go to all this, leave a big hole in the back of the radiator, because whoever put it on didn't give the guy back the cover plate that covers the hole when it's not in there. But anyway, that's all frivolous nothing. But anyway, the way this thing's wired up, you can just see everything about this bike. I'm so impressed. All that wiring that's underneath it. If you guys ever taken the cowling off of one of these big dressers, I mean, this looks like a Ma Bell switchboard inside there. There's an impressive amount of wiring going on inside there. And the way everything on this 2014 Ultra Limited is laid out, this thing was put together. I shared a post from Harley about, you know, pride, American pride, and, you know, pride in the company and pride of what they're doing. And you can see this, absolutely. I mean, there's nothing I've ever seen that was put together like this. I mean, a factory MotoGP bike would have wiring laid out this professionally. I should have taken some damn pictures of it. I put the damn thing back together, and after I did, SOB, I should have taken some pictures of that, but I didn't. So anyway, now I got to looking at it, and I'm looking how the different wings and the air neutralizer for the windshield and all these little scoops and cups, and just to keep the rider comfortable, you know, just ultimate comfort. So this damn thing started growing on me, and I kept looking at it over there, kept walking over there, looking at it and looking at it and looking at it, and oh shit. So I went up to the GM, who you guys seen in videos, Travis, and says, all right, give me some numbers. So he said he'll get with me today. But so depending on how all that works out, it'll be a pretty healthy payment for a motorcycle. Probably the highest payment I have ever made on a motorcycle. Because I got this thing, I like to pay them off in 3 years. So 3 years on a bike that retailed for 27. I don't know what we got it for, but they usually tend to give really good trade-ins on Harleys. So not only will I probably have to put some money down, and that's going to be the catcher. I don't want to sink a bunch of money in this thing when I got a trip coming ahead. I got a bunch of stuff to buy, and I don't know, but I really like this bike, and Kelly would be insanely comfortable riding on the back of that thing. She would love this thing. But and no, I'm not trading the Road King in it. They probably wouldn't give me more than $4,000 to $5,000 for it. And that thing, you can look up an 02 Road King Classic. Look up NADA. This thing's still worth about 11 grand. I had a guy offer me 10 grand for it last winter. The guy that bought the other 02 Road King of those 4 bikes that came in, he had an unfortunate incident where the bike went down. It was a simple get off, which probably just scuffed some things, but unfortunately when it went off the road, somebody, I think it was in front of somebody's house or a business or something, but for decoration they had this huge massive boulder sitting in their front yard, or the front of the business, whatever it was, and the Harley ran into that boulder, and that's what done her in. She'd have been just a slide to a stop, but she slid to a stop all right, very abruptly against a boulder that only a crane could pick up. So it's kind of like hitting a brick wall, I guess. But he offered me 10 grand for it, and nope. Everybody's saying I'm crazy. I'm going into winter. You're going to be making payments on this thing, and I never get these kind of deals. What I got on that thing, the shape it's in, the age of it, and the shape it's in. I'm still running that thing on a battery that has the activation date carved in the top of it of May something of 06. That battery is 9 years old in that thing. And I test it from time to time, and she shows 100% health. That battery's just happy as a clam. So until she does something weird, and I've got my Honda well, they're Optimate 3s, 3 Plus or something. Yeah, Optimate 3 Plus that are I get from Honda, but you can get them yourself. They're some Swedish-made charger that's just phenomenal. So anyway, there was other things I wanted to talk about, but I ended up kind of talking about that Harley the whole time. Through a dirty windshield, I was kind of running low on time, which I'm actually not bad, really. I'll make it to work on time. But I was running late, and I didn't wash the windshield, so you're seeing it the way she looked when I dropped her off at the house last Tuesday. And I haven't ridden other than taking the Road King out and doing a 50-minute vlog about a subject. I haven't ridden since last Tuesday. When I did the dual vlog with Kelly on the F3, I had to go to the bathroom like really bad. And like, wow, this is really weird. I really got to go. And I got home and couldn't go. Ended up with some kind of bladder infection or something, and just kind of went to a local thing here, and of course they want me to do all kinds of tests or go to the hospital or a doctor or whatever and have all these tests done, which I really need to do. But with some antibiotics, it's all but gone. But I did something at work Friday that had me laid out all day Saturday and half the day on Sunday. It was almost like I pulled what do you call it when you pull a muscle in your stomach? Jeez, why do I do that sometimes? A hernia. Do you ever do that? Just a word, or you know what something's called just absolutely escapes you? This ain't an old man thing at all. I mean, I've done that as long as I can remember. I'll just pull a blank. You know, it's like one of the singers going up and sing a song they've rehearsed 9,000 times to go up there and forget the words to it. It's just one of those mental, weird, blocky things. Anyway, I've talked too long. So I'll keep you guys updated. There may be a really cool Jesus Christ, stay on the road there, guy. Yeah, see how far he went off? He was on the other side of the rumble strips. But anyway, Electra Glide Ultra Limited, the beautiful two-tone maroon one. It's actually called, you'll have to look up the color. It's still exactly the same for 2015. I don't think they even changed anything on the bikes. You know, it's like the 2014, 2015 RTs. They don't advertise any changes on it, but I found changes. The way the clutch engages, you know, how it decelerates. It doesn't throw you through the windshield when you turn the cruise off, and electrical connectors have been vastly improved. They got locks on them now, which is really cool. But anyway, so I'm sure Harley, there's every year they literally never, other than Suzuki and the DR650, they never just come out with the same bike over and over. But all appearances show that the Ultra Limited is the same in 15 as it was for 14, and I don't think the price even changed. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this, which I don't know how you enjoyed me talking about getting a new motorcycle, that may piss you off. But I'm not that way. I'm very happy for people to get motorcycles, but some people take things the wrong way. I don't know why, but yeah, this will put me in debt too, so I'm the dumb one here. There's nothing lucky about this. This is pure stupidity is what it is, so look at it that way. And depending on what 3 years worth of payments on what I got to pay for it and how much I got to put down, we'll see, I guess, right? Alright, we'll see you guys. So thanks again. Bye bye now. We'll see ya.